Have you ever been to a youth soccer game or remember playing in one as a kid? As Maria Kubacha shared with us recently in her speech, it can be an amazing experience, even when you're losing, if you're focused on the right things. I've been to a lot of youth soccer games over the years with my three daughters, Ashley, Sophie, and Kira, and I've seen just about everything. But some of the wildest moments happened when these strange, wild, hairy beasts would come out of the woodwork and show up at the soccer pitch. What were they, you ask? Yep, you guessed it. Crazy soccer parents. I've been on the sidelines with these parents who spent the entire game yelling at their kids, yelling at the referee, and basically acting as an extra coach from the parent sideline. A coach that our actual coach definitely didn't need. And occasionally, we'd have the fortune of being on a team with a whole swarm of these extra coaches. I grew up playing soccer myself, so I knew what it felt like to have one of those extra coaches on the sideline. And I remember how it made me feel. So when I became a parent, I decided I wanted to do things differently. I wanted my daughters to know that whether they won or lost, or whether they scored a goal, it really didn't matter to me. Our tradition started with my oldest daughter, Ashley. Then it continued with Sophie, and finally, Kira. On the car ride to every game, I'd ask them the same question. What are the four things I need you to do today? They knew the answer by heart, and they knew that it didn't matter if they won or lost. It didn't matter if they scored three goals or didn't score at all. If they did these four things, the day would be a success. And more importantly, when you're a kid, that meant they might get some ice cream after the game as well. What they probably didn't realize at the time was I wasn't just giving them four rules for soccer. I was trying to give them four rules that I hoped would help them in life. Looking back, I realized these weren't just things I wanted for my daughters. They're things that I've tried to live by too, as a dad and at work and in the relationships that matter to me. So, what were those four things? Number one, listen to your coach. I told them that when their coach was talking, they needed to be focused on what he or she was saying. Their coach was trying to teach them something and help them become better players. And I've learned that this doesn't stop when you leave the soccer field. Whether it's a coach, a teacher, a boss, or sometimes even one of my daughters telling me something I may not want to hear, so I have to take a detour. Listening is how we learn, and learning is how we get better. Number two, be a good teammate. Being a good teammate means celebrating each other's successes and picking each other up when things don't go well. It means not pointing fingers when someone makes a mistake and not needing all the credit when things go right. A good teammate makes the people around them better. And I think that's just as important off the soccer field, at work, with our friends, and with our families. Number three, hustle. I didn't care if my daughters were the best players on the field, but I wanted them to give their best effort they had that day. Because effort is something you can control. Whatever you decide to do, give it your best. You don't want to look back someday and wonder how things might have been different if only you tried a little harder. And finally, number four, have fun. I wanted my daughters to love playing soccer. And it's pretty hard to become passionate about something if you're not enjoying it. Those parents who were constantly yelling at their kids weren't making soccer fun. And over the years, I watched a lot of those kids eventually stop playing. Whatever you end up doing, give it your all, but don't forget to have some fun along the way. For years, on the way to a soccer game, I'd ask Ashley, Sophie, and Kira the same question. What are the 4 things I need you to do today? Listen to your coach, be a good teammate, hustle, and have fun. Back then, they probably thought those were just the 4 things they had to say to get dad to stop talking. Or maybe get some ice cream after the game. My hope is one day they'll realize that I wasn't really teaching them anything about soccer at all. I was trying to give them 4 things they could carry with them long after they left the soccer field. If you can do these 4 things, I think you've won, no matter what the scoreboard says. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.